Well, hello, everyone. Dee Dee says hello, too. She's a little unhappy. What? Hang on. I got to get a blanket for her to lay on. I'll be right back. Okay, come on, puppies. Almost there, guys. I have dogs that think they run the house. All right, come lay down. Lay down and be quiet while I do my show. Come on, lay down there. Hi. Well, surely by now you guys can see me. Hey, there's PJ and Summer. I was just thinking about you guys, hoping you would make it. And Kim and Daryl's here, Mobile Tech. Hey, nice disappearing act. Thanks. Ken and Carla, Don and Scotty here in Northern California. So you're on dry land. There's Donna. 14 degrees in Illinois. Woo! Heated blanket to all. Good one, Carla. Yes, I've gotten a lot of, I've seen a lot of pictures of snow. There's Tracy. Hi, Tracy. How are you? Hope life is treating you well. Are you out in the desert? Hitch up and tow. Hi. Hey, Mark and Coral, how are things over there in your side of the pond? There's Jennifer too. Hi, Jennifer. 70 and sunny here in Tucson. That sounds great. I think it finally got up to 70 degrees here today, but it's been pretty cool for Florida. So, yeah, I've been wearing my long pants all the time and some sweaters or a sweatshirt, depending on how cool it was. It's got down to like 40 degrees a couple of mornings here, so that's pretty cool for us. And it's only just the beginning of December. January is usually the coldest month here, so we'll see. 23 and has been snowing. Ha. Feels like 11. I'm sorry, that's awful cold. 27% humidity. Gotta love it for sure. That's amazing. Can't be here long. Just wanted to say hi. Hi. Doing good, Mark. I'm selling my house. I don't know if you've seen any of my other posts lately, but closing date on the 12th, and I'll be in my rig full time. So say hi to Coral, and hope you guys are doing good as well. 17 in Nevada, Northern Nevada this morning. That's pretty cool. And you had a little bit of snow too, didn't you? I think I saw a post where you had some snow. So we haven't gotten that, thankfully. But it's cool enough that we haven't wanted to go outside in the mornings on that cute. Tell Scotty, hey. Yeah, I started watching the breakfast buffet one a while ago. I haven't got through it all yet, though. Light dusting. That's it. Yeah. Heading south in 3 weeks. Get to meet. I know Murphy's so cute. So how old is he, Henry? And I'm surprised you got a puppy. You got a whole nother dog to raise now. That's amazing. There's Melody. Hi, Melody. Nice to see you on here. So I guess y'all saw the the thumbnail, the photo from the thumbnail, where last weekend was a really horrendous weekend. The way Jacksonville does trash is you can set out furniture and large bulky items out on the curb and they'll pick it up, but they only do it every other week. So we had to time it so that we got all of the larger furniture that we didn't gift or donate or family members take. We had to get all of that out of the house. So there were like 5 bookcases. Christian took some to where he's going because he's going to try to sell some of them. But 5 bookcases that we had to get out of here. Some shelves and the patio table and chairs off of the back patio. And we got up in the attic in the garage and took down all of the Christmas decorations and everything. And I hated to get rid of all that stuff, but there's no way that I can utilize any of it. Lots of memories that went in the trash Monday. So, I've kind of had to disassociate myself from all of these items. Really, the only thing that I'm concerned about are pictures. And that's about it. There's a few things that I ran across from my dad. He worked for the city where we lived, and he worked as a meter reader. And so when he first started doing that, they used to walk their routes and they would read the light and water meters. And he had like a little metal tablet that he kept all of his records in. And he still had that little metal, it's like a spring clipboard with a lid on it. So I kept that because I can put my little notepads in there and keep that. And then he also had like his employee badge number with his employee number, which was 8. So he was the 8th employee for the city in that department. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then it also had a little whistle attached to it. So I kept those things. But I didn't keep a whole lot of memorabilia. Just there's no way for me to keep track of all that stuff. So it's, this whole process of downsizing a whole house is very physical and it's very emotional. And it can be completely draining. And I was feeling it over this last weekend. A little bit better today, but so much to do. Let's see. Let's see. We only have one type of weather over here, and it's called crap. Sorry about that. Murphy's Law. 6 months old and well behaved. That's really cool. That's fun. That's fun. Puppies are fun until they get old and cranky and demanding. Not bad. I'm 72 and still not well behaved. Yeah, that's the way to get them young. So you can train them the way you want them to be. And me too, Mobile Jack. The Duramax wouldn't start after setting for a month. Yeah, they'll do that. On YouTube, they suggest to prime the system with the plunger on. Fuel filter fired right up after a few pumps. Cool. Prime the system with the plunger on the top of the fuel filter. Well, I wouldn't know how to do that, but mine never sets that long. So the only trouble I've ever run into with my Chevy trucks, if they set for over a week or so, the battery will go dead on them. And I've had trouble with that. But my son took care of that. He got me one of those big jump boxes. So it's really nice. Haven't had to use it yet. Hey, Dawn, how are you? I was a bit busy. Very cool. Glad you're here. How are things out there in the desert? I've heard too, Don. Luckily, mine said that too long. Yeah, mine hit. Oh, 300,000. Wow. That truck has really been great for you guys. Yes. You've been through that, so you kind of know what I'm talking about, don't you? When you got nearly 30 years worth of accumulation of stuff, it's horrendous. But I'll tell you what, my neighbor that lives next to me, they bought the very first house in this part of the development back in 1988. And I gave her a box of mason jars and a few extras. And so I was carrying some of that stuff over there to her house. And when I went inside, I was like, I, of course, wouldn't say anything, but oh my Lord, talk about packed. There's like just small little pathways to walk through there. And I'm thinking, I'm certainly glad that I don't have a house like that to have to unload. That would have been horrendous. Just getting broken. Just remember you host. Yes, I do. Thank you. Yes, I'm hoping that it will, but I've been doing this part-time / full-time when I can, when I don't have responsibilities that were keeping me at home. So about 4 years now. So I'm feeling fairly comfortable. So I think I'll be fine. The desert. I didn't miss the dust. That's very true. But like Daryl said, the humidity, the temperatures are great there. And fast I here, Don, good to see you. Cool. So much crap accumulation in our house. Yes. Yeah, so you know what I mean. And it doesn't take long. Plus I had, we had parents that passed away and stuff of theirs that we brought from their house to our house. And so that kind of added to everything else. So it's a lot. It's a lot. What a difference a few miles make. Yeah. Become the king of crap. So, yeah. I guess the nice thing in all this is that when I leave this realm, my kids won't have to unload a house. They'll have to unload my trailer, but that'll be nothing compared to what Christian and I have done here. So I think they'll survive. Yes, get rid of everything that you can while you can. Don't delay it. That's, I wish that I had started this process 2 or 3 years ago and gotten rid of stuff that I really didn't need to keep. Would have made it much simpler this time around. Been cleaning out stuff. Yeah, just so much stuff after 37 years. Yeah, 37. Have boxes from when we were military. Yes. Exactly. Yes, it is amazing what we accumulate. It's the craziest stuff. So thanks for the reminder, everybody. Thumbs up for me if you would, please. I appreciate it. My kids dealing with our crap for sure. You forgot again. We like our kids so they can clean it out. Oh, that's funny. Well, they'll have to. That's the way it goes. I had to do that with my dad, but he was still alive, and I had to move him in the matter of a month from Missouri down here to Florida to stay with us until he passed away. And that was a job, because it was just me and my dad. Fortunately, I had a couple of sisters that helped me out from time to time. And I did have a big yard sale there, which helped. and sold some things. So, but we had to rent a U-Haul truck, and Christian had to he had to fly up from here in Jacksonville to St. Louis, and then rent a vehicle to get to my dad's house, and then we rented a U-Haul, and he drove the U-Haul back. So it was quite the deal. Now leave them a bunch of useless crap to deal with. That's what everybody's telling me. Okay, Mark, you take care. Yeah, books to do and people to pay. I hear you. I've still got a lot of that to do myself. But thankfully, after the sale of the house, I'll be able to get everything paid off. So I'm really super excited about that part of this process. Reminds me that he is still storing my stuff from when I was a kid. Yeah, that happens. Parents do accumulate that stuff. I've got stuff from my kids that, I'm divvying up. And do you want this? And half of it, they're saying no, so it's going in the trash. Memorabilia and stuff that I collected over the years because I was so proud of them. And they don't want all that crap. They really don't. And a lot of the pictures, they could care less. But my oldest daughter does. So Candace is getting the bulk of all the family photos and things like that. She's the family historian, pretty much. They all have it now. Yeah, that's it. Push it off onto them. Let them deal with it from now on. They'll have their own piles of crap to deal with. I'll tell you, I don't know what I'd do without my son because he has been a tremendous help. And, he doesn't work on the house every day, but he'll do it on the weekends. And the stuff that he gets done in just 2 days is simply amazing. And he has moved all the furniture by himself. I've totally offered to help him, but he doesn't want my help. I guess I'm more of a hindrance to him than I am a help. So he just picks it up, moves it, or gets a dolly and moves it. And he's been incredible. I could not do this without him. The puppies are fine. Let's see if you can see the puppies. Let's see. I think I have to turn it this way. Nope, the other way. I can never get this right. They are right down here. Oops, sorry. On the floor beside me. There's Dee Dee. Where'd Ziggy go? I guess he went into the living room. But anyway, they're fine. They're gonna, I think in some ways they'll miss the yard because I let them out. I have a fenced in backyard. So they just get to go out and run around in the backyard, and then they bark when they want to come back inside. But I think that they'll also be very happy when we get to the campground because I think they're missing that exploration aspect of everything. So they don't have much longer to wait. Yes, it's crazy. Why do we do this to ourselves? That's a very good question. I've often wondered that myself, but we do. I've got crap in the trailer that I'm going to have to unload to make room for some of the stuff that I'm bringing. It's insane. Which I don't know if I said this earlier or not. I can't really remember, but that's one of the things that I got done today. I went up, I stopped at Goodwill and donated some items, and then drove up to Yulee, and my son-in-law helped me put the steps back on the RV. So for now, the steps are there. I still plan on getting new steps, but I needed a way to get in and out of the trailer. And hopefully, I put in longer screws. I contacted the service department at Alliance to ask them, what I should do. And they just said, put them back up there and screw them down. I thought, well, I don't know that they're going to stay. So I emailed back and I said, can I use longer screws? Is there anything in the way that I shouldn't use any longer screw than was originally used? And they said, no, you can use longer screws there. So I did. There are 3-inch long screws. And you can see them underneath the trailer. So about an inch or maybe an inch and a quarter is through to the bottom of the rig. You can see that much of the screw down underneath when you look up. So it's just not an appropriate type of step for that particular rig, because they just, with a lot of wear and tear, they're just going to pull out just like they did on me before. So that's why I'm going to the torque lift that Randy and Shelley, I think, use that particular brand on their van, and Don and Kevin have them in their rig now. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. Is it frozen? Is what frozen? Did I miss it? Oh, there you are. Oh, did you think my stream was frozen? Kevin bought an e-bike. Oh, that's funny. So I hope he's riding it. That's really kind of funny. But at least you've got the bike rack back there. That's already a go. So I guess that you guys will be moving pretty soon for a little bit. Look, those look like nice e-bikes. Oh, that particular brand is pretty nice looking. So I've a few years back, I thought about the possibility of it. At the time, I didn't have a rig where I could, put a bike. And now, I see people that have their e-bikes, they never use them. And to me, it's just not worth spending that kind of money to maybe ride it once a year or once every other year or whatever. I don't think I would utilize it. I see people younger and healthier than me that have them that don't use them, and I can't imagine that I'd use them anymore. So that's good, Donna. It's a go for Florida. Yay. I saw my cardiologist too, and he was fine with everything that's going on. I go for a CAT scan tomorrow of the abdomen and pelvis. My oncologist is just doing a follow-up. And then I'll see her a little bit later in December, as well as my primary, Dr. Waters. And then I'm done. I'm done for the year. But yeah, yay, Donna, for sure. Trying to figure out where it will go. You're talking about the bike? The bike, want to go on the bike rack and on the back of the rig? Everybody's congratulating Donna. Good news, yay. Leave her on the 9th and return for the big tent. That'll be fun. Big tent's always fun. Finding parking is not always fun, but the big tent's fun. Done for the year is December. Yeah, well, that's the way I plan my doctor visits, is around late November and December, because my kids like for me to be here for holidays. And I have to see my doctor once a year. So this way I get it all in the months of November and December. And then I don't have to worry about it. And then if I want to head out west, I head out west. So it works. It's a long drive, but it works. So, but this year I'll be taking a different route, because I'm not going to drive all the way out west. I can't talked about this before. I can't leave until after May when my grandson graduates. So I'm going north through the Midwest, see a few people up there, and then east and northeast per se. And I'm going to drop by and see Peter in summer and see some more of Western New York and then travel back down. So a different route for sure. So we'll see how it works out. I will do that. Justin's son can't be there, but I'm happy for you guys. It'll be fun. We'll miss you guys too, but we'll meet again down the road. So it's all good. I do want to see the fall leaves. That's all part of it. Living in Florida, we don't get to see much in the way of fall leaves. Right now you might see some color change in the leaves, but it takes a long time in Florida. Everybody else is September and October, and here it's like late November, December. So I got, I guess you guys know, I've talked about Cindy on my channel before, made a video about her holiday rambler. We camped with her some. She's from Oregon. And she sent me, she's trying to entice me over to Oregon. And I told her I'm coming that way the year that I go west. When I circle back around, I'm going to go up through Idaho, Oregon, and Washington, and probably slip over into Montana and down Wyoming, and then go from there. But anyway, she sent me a gift, and she sent me a benchmark for Oregon, and she also sent me a trucker's atlas, which was really nice. And as you can see there, it's a Love's Reward card. And then she sent me this beautiful throw because she thought that the colors would go good in my trailer with the colors that I'm using. And I'm telling you, it's really pretty. And you can see that the green leaves that are in there in the flower mixture. And it depends on the time of day and the lighting, but sometimes that green looks gray, which goes perfectly in my decor. So it's really going to match very well inside the rig. I can't wait to use it there, but I've been using it. My bed is gone now. So this last weekend, we got rid of my bed because it's really old. That mattress and box springs is at least 20 years old, and it was getting pretty lumpy and hard to sleep on. So I was going to have to get rid of it or replace it anyway. But since I'm selling the house, I just ditched it. And so I've been sleeping in the recliner until I move the rig and start staying in the rig again. So I've been covering up with this throw, and it's been really great. So thank you, Cindy. If you're watching, I really, really enjoy it. Let's see. Oh yeah, I heard that there was an earthquake. Where in particular did the earthquake hit? Where was the epicenter? An earthquake off the coast of California is causing a tsunami, but our daughter is as far south of the impact. That's good. Cindy is very, very sweet. She's a very dear person. And now all the leaves are on the lawn. Yes. Getting ready to fall into the ocean. Oh. Wow, tsunami warnings. 7.1 off the coast of California. Wow. Well, they better straighten up and fly right. That's all I got to say. North around Eureka. Okay. Well, say your prayers, guys. say your prayers that you don't fall in the ocean. That's 7.1 is a pretty significant earthquake. So yeah, people hundreds of miles away would have felt that. So anyway, right at the end of at the end of San Andreas Fault. Yeah. And so it'll have a trickle down effect, probably. That's a big, big, big fault. It's hard to say what'll come next. Yeah, earthquakes are pretty scary. So, Don and Kevin, you need to get to Yellowstone and see what you can see while it's still there. If any of y'all haven't been to Yellowstone, I would do that. Because I'm not going to say that it's going to blow up immediately, but it's certainly over the last year or two had a big increase in the activity in the geysers. So you just never know. You don't know when it's going to hit. And just take advantage of all that beauty while you can. That's all I can say. I've been there twice. Seems almost like 3 times, but I can't distinguish. I went once with Bobby and Sharon, and Lila and I went before that by ourselves when I had my teardrop. That was a fun trip. It was the first time that I saw it. So I guess maybe it's just twice that I've been. Been to the Grand Canyon a couple of times now. So been to Bryce a couple of times, and I need to see some of the other parks on the West Coast. I've seen enough of the major ones, I think. Been to the Tetons twice. Yes. Twice, yes. It is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. No Yellowstone this year. Well, hopefully next year you'll get to go see it. You need to make sure you see it. It's simply amazing. And I would say plan no less than 7 days. Lila and I did it in, I think it was 5 days, 4 nights, and it wasn't enough. Really wasn't. No, 3 times you have been. I just never know. You can't seem to get there. I would love to. I really do want to get there. It's on my list, really, Mobile Tech. I do want to see your part of the world. I've just seen so many beautiful videos of Nevada, and I really, really do want to see it. So I'll get there. Humboldt County. Is that where the earthquake hit, Henry? Is that what you're saying? So anyway. So what's in the plans for this week? Well, let's see. I told you about my RV steps. Yesterday, I had a final termite inspection on the house. That was an ordeal. It's kind of like one of those last minute shoes that drop, because I had an inspection, a routine regular termite inspection on the 22nd of November. But oh no, they wanted a particular certification letter. And my pest control company said that I needed an official inspector to come in and to do that for an extra $180. So we did that yesterday. And he didn't do anything more than the other guy did on the 22nd. So it just kind of irritated me. But anyway, my realtor says that I said, how many more shoes can I expect to fall before this is all over with? And he said, that should be the last one. So he knows I'm getting a little frustrated, but I guess I've not been through this end of the process. I've bought a home. I've never sold a home. So, it's all new to me. And it's very frustrating because I'm wanting it to say, okay, the deal is sealed and it's going to happen. I just want to know the finality that, yes, this is really going to happen. And I shouldn't be that way because I know that God has this in place. It wouldn't have happened like it has if it hadn't been God's plan for this to happen. So I need to just, gain my faith back in that process and say, okay, I'm just, deal with it every day, do what you got to do and get things done. So I'm working on it. I'm not perfect, but I'm working everything that I can to make sure this happens the way it's supposed to. Is that the pot growing capital? Oh, that's hilarious. Double pane windows in for a camper. Nice. Seals for double pane was bad, causing windows to fog up between the panes. Very good. Very good. Hey, McKay, how are you? It is. It's looking pretty empty. There's a few things left on the floor back here behind me. You probably can't see them. And some stuff over here on the bookshelf. But that'll be gone this weekend. The best part is when you locked. Yes, for sure. Hey, Kai, how are you? To be honest, I'm getting tired of traveling. Happy to be back in Arizona as I know it, but I feel to need a break. I'm not sure what the future holds. Oh, no. That sounds rather dire. Well, I'm going to be in an RV somewhere out on the road or who knows, I might find a long-term RV park. So, okay, so tomorrow, here's my schedule tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to be at the doctor's office at 7 to drink my barium dye for the CAT scan. And then my scan is at 9. And then after that, not far from there is a place where they recycle electronics. So I've taken like my whole big 27-inch iMac that's been sitting back here on the desk forever. My MacBook Air. There's an old iPad in that stuff. An old printer. My husband's laptop. All that stuff that you don't want, someone to get a hold of and get your information. They recycle it and they shred the hard drives so that your information is protected. And so it's just right around the corner from my doctor's office. So I'm going to do that after the doctor and then come back here out towards the beach and try to get rid of all these vinyl records. So that's on my list of things to do tomorrow to get that out of here. You have to do what's best for you. That's for sure. You have to. Best of both worlds. Yes. I love to travel, but I feel like a break is needed. Sometimes you do. You have to. Party at Kevin and Dawn's, wherever that might be. So you just never know. You see a lot of people right now purchasing land or buying another house and giving up the RV life. And I still haven't really gotten to do it on a full-time basis like I've wanted to. I've stayed out for as long as I can, and then events have
brought me back home, and I've had to stay for months at a time. So it hasn't been like full-time life for me, but it will be now. So, my exit plan is looking totally different than it did before, because this house was my exit plan. I planned to come back here and stay, but it's for the best that I'm not keeping this house for so many different reasons. And it's going to free up a lot of worry and headache and responsibility and money, that I don't have to take care of repair and maintenance in the future, and all the cost of homeowners insurance and termite contracts and this and that and another. So I'm going to be glad to be out from underneath of it. So I think if I ever did anything other than have my RV in a lot on a long-term basis, when I can't really travel well, then I think probably I would just sell it and rent an apartment and live in an apartment. So I think that's what my exit strategy is going to look like after all of this. Gets old inside of a month for me. Some people, that happens. For me, like about every 2 weeks. 2 weeks is really a good time frame for me. I'm ready to go after a couple of weeks and see something new and different at this point in the game. In a few years we'll talk, and I may tell you something totally different. Be welcoming a third grandson. Oh, how nice. Very nice. Into December 1st of January. Well, congratulations in advance. I hope things go well with the birth. That's amazing. Take a break where there's grass and trees. I'm going to take a break up there for a little while this spring. Come to Illinois for sure. It's a boy. Oh, so we have 2 grandsons and 1 granddaughter. That's so cool. My grandparents on my mother's side had 10 kids, and then they all started having kids. And for the longest time, there was only boys. I was the first granddaughter. Ta-da! So I was maybe a little bit spoiled, but not greatly. They didn't have the time or the money or anything for any of that. Too many grandkids, too many kids. Spring and fall. It's a good time. Spring and fall for sure. Love the Eastern Sierras in the spring and summer. That's a good thought. Hopefully, maybe the economy will start getting better. We'll see. 2 weeks and ready to move campsites. Yes, that's me. Well, when we winter in Arizona, that's kind of a different thing, because it's too cold to be traveling a whole lot. So you have to kind of stay put for the winters. But when I'm out traveling, a couple of weeks is about enough. There's been a few places that I wouldn't mind staying longer, but not many. Yes. I love the grass and trees, but not humidity. Yes, such a conundrum for sure. Where there's grass and trees, there's water and humidity. Very good. Yes, grass and trees comes rain for sure. And tornadoes. I love Southern Oregon, around Grants Pass area. Nice. Good to know. Thank you. I already have Cindy sending me posts of different places to see. So she's going to be talking to me a lot more about that. I did have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you, McKay. I spent Thanksgiving uh, with my youngest daughter in her new house for a little while, and then went to my oldest daughter's house and saw the rest of the family. My son had plans with his girlfriend, so I didn't get to see him much except for early that morning and later that night, but we still got to see each other, so it's good. That's good. That's good that you don't stay humid for long. It's usually just in the summer months, right? Yeah, it's frustrating for sure. Oregon's loaded with hot springs. There's several in Nevada too, from what I've seen. That's what I'm saying. A lot of the videos, I watched this one channel. I haven't watched them much lately. One adventure at a time. They're full time in a van, and they found all kinds of hot springs in Nevada. We loved Oregon. Yes. Meet up in Root House at the end of summer 2025. Well, we'll see. End of summer. I'm coming up there in the spring, so I may not be there for the roundup. Dave and Carrie and Rudolph, yes. they're just a real sweet couple, and very interesting, and they do some great videos. So if you haven't ever seen them, it's one adventure, one word, ad, instead of adventure, it's adventure at a time. So look them up. They do some really cool videos, and they've gone all over everywhere. We get the electricity this time. Yeah, because I won't be there. Oh, spring is good too, for sure. Spring is my favorite. I wish I was going to be up there early enough to see the lilacs, but I know I'm going to miss them again this year because first week in May is about the last week that you see them. So, dang it. Lilacs are my favorite, my absolute favorite. No, for smoking, just kidding. Sounds good. Spring is amazing in Death Valley. I bet that's probably a very good time to go is in the spring. The desert comes alive with color. I bet it does. Summer and PJ have been there because their son worked there for a while. For sure. I know. I get to see them. I get to see them in January and then again in May or June when I go up. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait. I'm getting kind of excited because today is the 5th of December and I move into the trailer on the 10th. So 5 more days. 5 more days. I've got a lot yet to get done, but we'll make it. We're making it happen. It's not been fun or easy, but it's going. So I got a bunch of chemicals, things I've got to take to the hazardous waste dump and get rid of those too. So lots of little stuff to get done. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's a high country. Yeah, I love it. It's been a godsend for me. I just needed a bigger one to be able to pull this rig. And fortunately found one reasonably priced with all the little bells and whistles that I like. I know it's not a long time, is it? It's just 5 more days. And then I turn the keys over next Thursday. So a week from today is my closing date. So needless to say, I will not be doing a live stream next week because I'll probably just be fried at that point. So we are a Chevy family. Me too. Kim and Daryl have a Chevy too. They have a dually. But they've been really good trucks for me. So I've been very pleased and very happy so far with my purchase. And it's running really good, pulling really great. I just hope I don't have a whole lot of things go wrong. Oh, thank you. I know. I can't wait to see my new travels either. It's going to be a lot of fun. And a Ford Econoline. Those were pretty reliable. GMC's good. Yes, it is, McKay. It's a Duramax diesel. And from what I understand, that's the last year that they had the Allison transmission. Is that correct, Daryl? Which is a benefit to me, from what I understand. How are the babies? That's a good question. When is the next trip? That's a good question too. Same thing. All right, guys. It is 7:52, and I'm getting tired. A lot of work here over the last couple of weeks. So my knees are starting to complain almost daily now, and I've been having to take some Motrin before I go to bed at night. So I'm gonna go sit down and finish my coffee and take some Motrin and kick back and put my feet up for a little while before I go to bed. Oh, Gemma's still hanging in there with cancer. Probably doesn't have too long. I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, that's nice. Acorn Lake. 50 miles east of you. That sounds really nice. Not a long trip. That'll be fun. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate that. All right. You too, McKay. It was great having you guys. All of you. Thank you all for stopping in. I know. Anytime that you hear about a fur baby like that, it's definitely not a good thing. Dawn, you would really love my dinners lately because I've, all of my pots and pans are packed up. So I went and I bought frozen TV dinners, and that's what I've been eating. So cereal in the mornings or oatmeal. I can't even fix an egg right now because I don't have a pan to cook it in. It's all packed away. So thank you so much, Melody. Yeah, I can't wait for this to be done. Thank you so much for peace to come. Thank you, because I really, really need it. It's I know it's going to happen, but it's so hard waiting for it. And you still have that wonder: are they going to back out at the last minute? Something's not going to go right. It's very nerve-wracking. Very, very nerve-wracking for me. Chicken in the smoker. Yum. That sounds really good. Kevin's good at smoking that meat. All right, y'all. Pork chops, frozen pork chop dinners. Oh, say it ain't so. No, I would not eat frozen pork chops. I had meatloaf last night. I had sweet and sour chicken tonight. I had a bowl of Swedish meatballs. Those was pretty good. So anyway, thank you. I appreciate that, Melody. It won't. You're right. Yeah. I thought you'd enjoy that. Oh my goodness. And then I drove by past Chris's work today um, to get to the bridge to get to Yulee, and found that they put a Popeye's chicken up there that I didn't even know was there. All this time I could have had swung by and got me a chicken sandwich from Popeyes, and I didn't even realize it was there. Cindy, hey, hello and goodbye. I'm getting ready to drop off for the night, so thank you. I will get some rest. And I get up around 5:30 or 6 in the morning because the dogs insist on going out to pee. So after that, it's like, all right. But in the morning, I got to be gone early anyway. So, all right, you guys. So I'll talk to you in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll do a pop-up live before, after I get settled in, just to kind of let you see. I know I love Popeyes too. Their chicken sandwiches are great. But anyway, thank you for spending some time with me this evening and sharing all the love. I appreciate it. I love you guys very much. And I will talk to you all soon. All right. Good night. Be safe and be kind to one another.